Yo guys, what the fuck is up? It's IP here, back again with a super legit commentary. Oh my god, that sounded so much better in my head than it did in real life. Who would have fucking thought, dude?
That boy ain't nothing but trouble.
But anyways, today I wanted to talk about a bit more of a serious topic, but then again, it's almost like I say that every fucking video. But today's topic is going to be the topic of YouTube gaming, or not even like the sub-site YouTube gaming. Remember YouTube gaming? Wait, what? Nobody remembers YouTube gaming? Whoops. But gaming on YouTube, and what I think has been happening lately, and basically what I've been noticing. And then again, you could completely disagree with me, and I'm not really gonna present any sort of hard facts as to why I believe this. I mean, I'm gonna give some sort of a little bit of evidence and stuff, but I'm not exactly going to be making fucking breakdowns of view counts or anything like that in order to back up my claims, because this is more of just sort of thoughts that I've been having on the topic as of recently, rather than just fucking, doing a massive breakdown of how things have been going over the past year or so. Okay, so just fucking hang in there with me. This is not a super serious video in the sense that I don't have data to back it up, but it's more just my own observations and what I've been seeing going on. So anyways, today's topic, without fucking dragging it on any longer, is the topic of gaming on YouTube and where I think it's headed, and how I've been noticing it seems like there's been a massive decline in its popularity. Now, obviously, for any of you who have been watching YouTube for any significant period of time, you know that obviously a few years back, and probably, not even a few, way more, probably 6+ years back, gaming on YouTube sort of took the entire site by storm as everyone started doing it, as it, climbed in popularity, and there were little bumps in that on the road to, gaming being one of the biggest things on YouTube. But for the most part, it basically took the entire site by storm, which is kind of fucking dope, to be honest, because the fact that people have that much interest in watching other personalities play video games is really cool, and for a long time, I really did enjoy doing that. I mean, I tried making my own videos. They were pretty fucking shit, but still. So what I've been noticing lately is that a lot of these sites have been going downhill, in the sense that their view counts have been dropping, their actual viewer retention has been dropping, the quality of the content is actually probably increasing, because as YouTube has been, maturing and whatnot, people have been putting more and more effort into their videos, and thus these gameplay YouTubers, and I say this loosely, it's not all of them, because there are a lot of people who still, don't edit their videos at all and put up just a lot of garbage content and whatnot that is kind of fucking boring, dude, and they still get lots of views. But regardless, a lot of the bigger YouTubers are starting to put in a lot more effort on their content, and it definitely shows. And honestly, in my opinion, it's a good thing, because it really reflects well on people, because when you put a lot more effort into your content, it's very noticeable, and it's, well, at least on my part, I really appreciate it. It adds a lot more spice to what is normally just someone sitting in front of a fucking microphone for 45 minutes and playing Let's Play Minecraft Part 10,001, I'm building another house, surviving my 8 billionth night video. Seriously, if you edit your videos and you make them more interesting, it helps, dude. It actually makes it entertaining. Who would have fucking thought? But regardless, a lot of the gaming YouTubers that I still watch, which there are not very many of them, I have noticed, as I've started to actually pay attention more to view counts and all of that stuff, since I've, gotten a bit more serious about YouTube, I've noticed a lot of these people, their view counts are dropping off pretty drastically. And granted, this is a pretty small, test group or whatever, if you even want to fucking call it that, because there's nothing scientific about this at all. Their view counts have been dropping off pretty drastically, and again, it could just be because these YouTubers in particular are falling out of popularity. But something I've noticed is, even with the bigger gaming YouTubers, I mean, PewDiePie, Markiplier, stuff like that, obviously, typically they don't get every one of their subscribers to view every single of their videos. So compared to someone who is able to actually have more than 100% viewer retention, in the sense that more than 100% of their subscribers watch their videos, and for the longest time, people like Leafy and Pyrocynical even had this, which Then again, before this instance, I've never seen anyone able to pull that off, and I definitely can't fucking pull it off. But regardless, it's very interesting seeing the differences where you'll see PewDiePie, who obviously has fucking, I don't know, probably just under 50 million subscribers now, and he only gets a couple million views per video, which is still a fuckload of views, dude. Like, I would kill to get a couple million views per video. That's still a very small fraction of their actual subscription or their subscriber base when compared to when these people were jumping into popularity. They were getting shitloads more views. Granted, usually when channels are exploding in growth, like their growth is exploding exponentially, they tend to get a lot more views as people are discovering them, and that makes sense and all that. And same could be said for Leafy, Pyrocynical, all the fucking gods right now, okay?
Holy shit, it's
Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop.
There's been a massive drop off, at least in my opinion. A lot of these gaming YouTubers, even the big ones, are starting to not fall into irrelevance, because they're definitely still relevant, obviously, because they still get shitloads of views, but their view counts are declining. The general consensus is that a lot of these gaming YouTubers and just gaming on YouTube in general is starting to get less popular, which of course was definitely the way things were going to go. I mean, nothing lasts forever, and the YouTube gaming bubble, if you even want to call it that, was probably the longest lasting trend on YouTube in the history of man, and by no means is it over. I mean, there are still plenty of gaming YouTubers who are still rising to popularity and stuff, and obviously there will always be that group and that fan base that wants to see that gaming content and whatnot. And to be honest, for me especially, if there are like new games coming out and stuff like that, and there are some of those bigger YouTubers playing them that I actually like watching, hell yeah, dude, I'll fucking watch it. Probably just figure out if I want to buy the game, but whatever, you know? There's still a crowd that wants to see that content, so by no means is this sort of category on YouTube actually dying out. There's still plenty of room for growth and plenty of viewers, obviously, because these people are still getting millions of views, but it seems like across the board that the interesting gaming content is definitely going down, and that, I mean, again, it was bound to happen at some point. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just very interesting to see, considering that when I started getting into YouTube, especially like just watching it, not so much creating content, seeing all of these gaming YouTubers just completely like explode into popularity was very interesting to me. And now I'm starting to see that popularity sort of dial itself back and not die out again. I hate to fucking use that phrase because it's a little bit over dramatic. Seeing everything start to scale back is very interesting, and I'm kind of curious to see at what point it'll stop, or if perhaps gaming on YouTube will just kind of fall into irrelevance overall. But then again, I guess you could say that I would guess, like, I have no evidence for this, but I would say at least 50% of the content uploaded to YouTube is gaming related, considering everyone and their mother is still trying to do that. I mean, hey, look at me, I'm trying to break into the commentary genre. But regardless, I just thought it was very interesting looking at this. I mean, when I kind of reached this conclusion, or somehow that, like, what gave me this idea was that I was watching a smaller YouTuber called Psy Syndicate. I mean, he's still like 500,000 subscribers, so that's not fucking small. But regardless, seeing and looking through his videos and seeing how his view count has been dropping off over time it kind of sparked this idea in me, and I was going and looking at like PewDiePie and Markiplier and seeing their views slowly drop off and stuff like that, and just seeing across the board a lot of gaming YouTubers, even non-gaming YouTubers, their views are just dropping off pretty substantially. And obviously this is by no means the end of their careers on YouTube, because it's not to the point where it would completely kick them out of a fucking job, but it definitely could be on the way there. Then again, yeah, I don't know, maybe there'll be a resurgence. Maybe it's just a bad time of year for views and shit like that, since there are different times of year that are better and worse for views and ad revenue and all that shit. But regardless, I just thought it was interesting looking back and seeing all these people who I remember being a certain size and seeing their views and shit like that drop off, because, you know, I don't know, I just take interest in that kind of shit. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really fucking appreciate it if you could just smash that motherfucking like button, bitch. And if you're new here, if you could go and fucking subscribe, I would love you pretty much forever. Like, I mean, forever being however long I'm alive. And if there's an afterlife, I'll love you there too. I fucking promise, if you hit that sub button, I will love you into the afterlife if it exists. So, you know, you fucking can't beat that. You've got eternal love from somebody. I mean, hell, no one, you probably shouldn't care if I love you or not, but still, hey, you got to take what you can get, right? And of course, if you have any thoughts on this topic, or you just want to call me out and say how bullshit everything I just said was, you can go ahead and do that in the comments below, because I read every single fucking comment. There's really not that many. That's why I read every single one of them. But regardless, if I feel like it's, you know, worth responding to, hell yeah, dude, maybe I'll even say something to you if I've got nothing better to do, which, to be honest, I never have anything better to do. So yeah, anyways, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.